Hey, Los Blancos fans! Welcome back to Real Madrid News, your #1 source for everything happening at the Santiago Bernabeu. Today's episode is absolutely crucial as we're just hours away from the biggest match of the season, El Clásico, at the Estadio Olympic Luis Companys. And let me tell you, we've got some breaking news that could change everything for Real Madrid today. But before we dive into Carlo Ancelotti's surprising lineup decisions for today's clash, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe with notifications on, because you won't want to miss a single update about our beloved Los Blancos. Trust me, what I'm about to reveal about today's starting opening will blow your mind. All right, Madridistas, let's get straight into the biggest story of the day, Carlo Ancelotti's starting lineup for today's El Clásico. And folks, it's going to be one of the most improvised defensive setups we've seen in years. As we speak, Real Madrid is dealing with an unprecedented injury crisis. Get this, 6 key players are out for the season. Antonio Rudiger, Ferland Mendy, David Alaba, Dani Carvajal, Eder Militão, and Eduardo Camavinga are all watching from the sidelines. That's our entire defensive core, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the confirmed starting ensign for Real Madrid, kicking off at 11:15 a.m. Brasilia time. That's about 3:15 p.m. in Madrid. In goal, we have Thibaut Courtois, at least one position we don't need to worry about. But here's where it gets crazy. In defense, Federico Valverde, yes, you heard that right, our midfielder, will be playing right back. On the left, we've got Fran Garcia, and in the center, it's Lucas Vázquez, paired with Aurélien Tchouaméni. Can you believe it? A midfielder and a converted right back as our center-back pairing against Barcelona's lethal attack. In midfield, Carlo is going with experience, Dani Ceballos and the legendary Luka Modric at 39 years old, still starting in El Clásico. This allows Jude Bellingham to push forward into a more attacking role, which could be crucial today. And here's the exciting part, Arda Güler starts. The Turkish wonder kid who absolutely destroyed Celta Vigo in our last match gets the nod over Rodrigo, who's just recovering from illness. Up front, it's the deadly duo of Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappé. Now, let's talk about what this means, tactically. With Valverde at right back, we lose his engine in midfield, but gain his defensive work rate against Barcelona's dangerous left side where Rafinha operates. Tchouaméni as a center-back? It's a massive gamble, but his physical presence could be vital against Robert Lewandowski. Wait, scratch that. Ferran Torres is starting up front for Barcelona. Now, moving to our second story, and this one's going to make your blood boil. Madridistas. Former Barcelona player and manager Luis Enrique, currently coaching PSG, has made a shocking prediction for today's El Clásico. When asked about the match after PSG's 4-1 victory over Montpellier yesterday, Luis Enrique didn't hold back. His prediction, 3-0 for Barcelona, easy. Easy? Can you believe the audacity? This is the same Luis Enrique who knows exactly what El Clásico means, and he's predicting not just a Barcelona win, but a comfortable one. Now, to be fair, Barcelona has dominated this fixture recently. They've won the last 3 meetings between these teams with an aggregate score of 12-4. That's right, Barcelona has scored 12 goals against us in just 3 matches this season. The 4-0 at the Bernabeu, the 5-2 in the Spanish Super Cup, and the 3-1 in the first league meeting. But here's the thing, Real Madrid never gives up, especially in El Clásico. Remember, this is more than just 3 points. A victory today keeps our La Liga title hopes alive. We're currently behind Barcelona, and while we won't be mathematically out even with a loss, a defeat would make it extremely difficult to catch up. The pressure is immense. Real Madrid has only won the UEFA Super Cup this season, beating Atalanta in August. We were knocked out of the Champions League by Arsenal in the quarterfinals and lost the Copa del Rey final to, you guessed it, Barcelona, but it's not all doom and gloom, Madridistas. Let's shift gears to some fantastic news that dropped. Just days before El Clásico, Vinicius Jr. has officially committed his future to Real Madrid. After months of speculation about a potential move to Saudi Arabia, our Brazilian superstar has decided to sign a new 5-year contract that will keep him at the Santiago Bernabéu until 2032. And here's the blockbuster detail. Vini will earn $100 million net over the 5 years. That's $20 million per year, making him the highest paid player at Real Madrid, overtaking Kylian Mbappé. Now, let me break this down for you. Mbappé earns around $75 million in salary, but he also received a massive signing bonus when he joined from PSG. However, in terms of annual salary, Vinicius is now officially our top earner, and honestly, he deserves every penny. Think about it. Since joining us in 2018 for $45 million from Flamengo, Vinicius has transformed into one of the world's best players. He's been instrumental in our Champions League victories, scored crucial goals in finals, and at just 24 years old, he's entering his prime years. Interestingly, it's only a 3-year extension on his current contract that runs until 2027. Why? Well, Vini's agent, Frederico Pena, prefers shorter contracts to give his clients more flexibility. But make no mistake, this is a massive commitment from both sides. Now, let's analyze what all this means for today's crucial El Clásico. First, Ancelotti's lineup is a desperate measure for desperate times. Playing with such an improvised defense against Barcelona's attack, which has scored more goals than any team in Europe this season, is incredibly risky. Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left, and Dani Olmo pulling the strings in the middle. Our makeshift defense will be tested like never before. However, there's a silver lining. Barcelona is also dealing with injuries. No Gavi, no Balde, no Christensen. And sometimes when everything seems lost, that's when Real Madrid shines brightest. Remember the 2022 Champions League run? Nobody gave us a chance and we beat PSG, Chelsea, and Manchester City. The Vinicius contract news couldn't have come at a better time. It sends a message. Real Madrid is planning for the future, and Vini wants to be part of it. This could give the team a psychological boost heading into El Clásico. As for Luis Enrique's prediction, it's classic mind games. He knows the pressure is on Barcelona to maintain their lead in La Liga. By predicting an easy win, he's actually adding pressure on his former team. The key today will be midfield control. If Modric and Ceballos can dictate the tempo, and Bellingham can link up effectively with our front three, we have a chance. Mbappé and Vinicius on the counter-attack could be lethal, especially with Barcelona playing a high line. So there. You have it, Madridistas. Today's El Clásico is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing in recent memory. We've got Carlo Ancelotti fielding an emergency defense with Valverde at right back and Tchouaméni at center back. Luis Enrique is predicting a comfortable Barcelona victory, adding fuel to the fire. And in the midst of all this drama, Vinicius Jr has committed his future to Real Madrid with a record-breaking contract. Will our makeshift defense hold against Barcelona's attacking might? Can Ancelotti pull off a tactical masterclass? Or will Luis Enrique's prediction come true? One thing's for sure. In El Clásico, anything can happen. Real Madrid has overcome bigger challenges before, and with the Santiago Bernabéu spirit in our hearts, we never give up. That's all for today. Please leave your comments below and hit the like button. Thank you for watching.